Well, manga fans, I'm back with another video. We're on chapter 5 of ReFantazio manga. Uh, Sorry about the delay. What the hell are these marks? No poses like that, so what the hell is with this part? It's odd. Right. So we're starting getting to concept in the second arc of the game. As basically the mission has been set. So let's get into it. So we open the chapter at the sign-up quarters. Will, Strong, and Gallica signing Will up for contest. Because they all laugh because he's louder and stuff. Gallica is really pissed off at them. They just let them talk. Anyway, Hogabert's crying there. What was it called again? I forgot. I forgot. What the hell am I doing? I don't know what the hell's going on today. I don't know what the hell they're doing out there. So, thank you. Someone played back that comes out tomorrow. They just released it for. Basically, it automatically downloads today, the 25th. But you can't. So, you can go on it, but you can't play the game itself because it comes out tomorrow. So, we can't. I actually decided to watch Kaiju number 8 on Saturday because I got plenty of time to do that. I just gave a season watch of Dondon, so I don't have to do it at a later date. But I'll be watching the Netflix version since the Kaiju, because I really don't know if the Kaiju version's fixed or not. So yeah, people know everyone in the comments that oh yeah. Recently I got stays on because I just not too long I did a lot of spaghetti and stuff, and the sauce is calling my blade and mouth. Wasn't it? So yeah, some of my fucking fingers. Anyway, we'll trust Hulkenberg. Just regular requirements. As we're introduced to the mysterious person in the previous end of the last chapter. Nearest, I think his name was. The interaction here is quite different from the game. More serious than comedic. Yeah, this is an interesting change from the game. In fact, this whole flat scene doesn't even come until a little bit later in the game. Because we don't know. Because Hulkberg already acquired what they need. She just wasn't not exactly sure about it. So this is quite an interesting change for the game. I haven't seen it here earlier, and more serious, changing a little more serious than the game, because it seems more comedic. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's different. I mean, you can literally find a compilation of funny moments from the game on YouTube. And Hulkberg's going to become a fan favorite character just for her personality. She seriously has a funny side. I haven't been in the game, and so far I got told in my party. I don't name the main for all three characters. Gaga's also a character, but you know what I mean. That's 4, 5, 6. 6 or so party members. And we'll get a 7-1 in the second to last arc. When I looked up, and it's a character you technically meet pretty early on alongside another character. But again, I'm getting the spoilers if you not play the game. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. So, those who read the manga and never played the game, I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna make sure I be careful. I'm not gonna mention anything that I know about what happens later in the game. Besides, the game manga do something completely different with it. But the second arc is a really good arc. It's pretty messed up too. Anyway, as I said, this seems treated a little more seriously in the game. As basically Neos tells her to get out. But he knows she's not at fault for the prince's death. Still. Again, it just knows it's treated a little seriously with this character. This is more of a comedy character. He has a lot. Well, he's pretty intelligent too. He's one of your many social links in the game. I can't remember what they're called, but I'm just gonna say social links. But of course, this is a manga, not a game. They don't really establish that. But really, I think an anime series based on a Persona series can work, as they can dedicate episodes to specific storylines, introduce side plots, and make sure you're at the right times. Just like you can start plot elements like the social links can be started as B plots, but they don't end in the episode, as they'll continue on throughout the series. But something like Super Sentai in a way, something like Tokusatsu, plot points are introduced early on, like character arcs and stuff. And it's always around towards when the final arc starts around, the characters complete their arcs. So I think something like that could work. But I can keep this arc format. You get what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway. So after that, she ends up stumbling across something. Basically says she has a lot to talk about with him. But we cut to, again, at the ceremony, we're introduced to a popular singer named Juna. She doesn't talk, she sings. But she becomes important later. Again, not spoiling anything. So, anyway. Sorry. Anyway, you see that Will has a bit of a mark with her too. He's less speechless. Well, Hulkenberg seems to be the most intergenerational song. Because that's actually a little plot point too. We actually see in the game a little bit after that. Just a little bit after that. Interesting. I'm going to show it a little bit early, but to say the least that Hulkenberg's a big fan of Tuna. That's one of them. It's quite funny. And they announced the main participants. It was other people, like Katarina, who is in the game, a social link. Some of the other characters I'm not familiar with because they didn't appear in the game. And yeah, they moved the first dungeon of the game in this manga. I mean, you technically meet Katarina early on in the game. When you press right to the capital. It's before we meet Stroll and stuff. When I was really hooked on the game when I saw a demo. Some YouTuber played a demo of it, and when I played the game myself, played it and enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to Persona 4 remake, because one thing I hope to see in that game is the explore Tatsumi Island more. Because I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity. See familiar locations are a year after the events of Persona 3. And even get some mentions of characters that appear. Just mentions and characters from Persona 3. You know, get around to some old social links, see how they're doing. Naokami Rising of Makoto Yuki. Oh, Minto Abisato, as some people call him. Yeah, years ago, a long time ago, I had a bit of a little quarrel with a guy in a Facebook group of mine. And I did try to be reasonable, just saying that they're both canon, like both Makoto Yuki and Minto Abisato as canon names. But, you know, he's a bit of a dick. But interesting that the manga went with the game's canon, the canonical name of the game. Well, that interests me. So normally when it comes to Persona manga, they have different names compared to the canon names of the games. Those canon names were used for the anime adaptations: Makoto Yuki in the Persona 3 movies, Yu Naokami in the Persona 4 anime. Now, even the games confirmed it, even the spin-off games confirmed it when Naokami talks. And that's Persona 4 Arena. And I think that predated the anime. I think. I should look it up actually. Anyway, I'm gonna look it up. Anyway, we learned that since they don't have the way to move around, which turns out the whole thing about everyone's a lie, we're also wishing power with a secure one. So they don't have one mode transportation, they'll be all disqualified. I do like the look that we give Hulkenberg. She tries to reassure him that, you know, reassume and stuff. Right. And luckily, the rest comes on time. I mean, Hulkenberg does in a very clear fashion. But she doesn't scold him like in the game. Well, she does yell at him for being late, but not scolding him. You don't! You know? But literally destroying a lot of the place, damaging a lot of bits on his way. And yeah, Nereus was working for the prince before the assassination, and he just couldn't bring himself to stop because it was his life's work and his loyalty to the prince. But he's willing to help out Will and again in this adventure since the prince knows the prince is alive. Which is a really cool thing. And that ends their chapter as we begin the next adventure. I was going to announce where to go. But the first competition they basically had to go. So for the start after they must go to capture the head of a motorcycle sent in another town. Then we get a second trial before we'll head back to Grand Track for the finale. Anyway, the next arc's gonna be pretty cool. Look, curious to see how that's gonna handled. And there's a really good character in it, good death. I really want to talk more about the character, but I'm trying to remember to keep spoilers all well now. So yeah, and there's actually a mention of a character called Jaime. Heisme, sorry. And Tori's figure was a bounty on his head. Strong are taking it, basically suggesting that he might be the key to their victory. Anyway, this ends this chapter. This Marvel manga is really good. I'm really surprised Shay took a chance to publish this in, well, more in B-Jump. B-Jump is more for manga based on existing properties to publishing. when you look at like say the Avalon spin-off prequel, well, that actually focuses a little more on Avalon's past than the anime did. I mean, Publisher B-Jump, Dragon Ball Super Publisher B-Jump, the manga adaptation. There's a lot of stuff to Publisher B-Jump. Except for that Pretty Derby series. It's a video game, but it's been published in Ultra Jump. Never really seen that Pretty Derby series myself, so I don't really know what's going on, in my opinion. But anyway, thank you guys for watching my content. Please subscribe to see more. Subscribe to the channel. They always good to do. And see you guys later for chapter 6, and then JoJo chapter 22. 26, yeah. Guys, I jump out.